everybody, it's Lisa here from Lisa Perez Creations, and I am still working on my lavender journal here. Last time, if you guys see my last video, I showed you how I put these together. Just kind of showed you which page went in which signature. And we are going to sew in the signatures today into our journal. So I'm going to show you the steps that I use for sewing these into the journal. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside, and I'm going to make a template to put in the center here with some of my paper. This is, some of these I've used before. Sometimes I like to see if they'll fit. Well, I don't think these are going to. So, okay. So what I want to do is I want to measure. This ain't the paper. I remember that I got some different paper that was another piece of this. You want to use this ledger paper. This is like the perfect paper to use for this. So then I want to come in and I want to just try to measure just how big that space is going to be for this. I could measure this way too. So it measures like one inch. So this is a really skinny journal compared to what I've made in the past. 1 inch. Okay, let's see here. So 1 inch here is going to be about like that. It's going to be right there. So I'm going to be cutting, because I know right where the squares are, I'm going to be cutting right on that line. I'm just going to cut it all the way up. And I'm going to cut it off when I measure it. Okay. So take this, and I'm going to make sure, I'm going to write on here top and bottom so that I know. And on here, I'm going to measure it first. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to cut that off right there because it just measures perfect. You want to go from the top, from here to here, making sure, okay, that. Yeah. I'm going to cut this a little more here. All right. So that fits perfect there. Okay. Now on this, I'm going to write top and bottom. And then I'm going to fold this in half. Where the top and the bottom is on the outside. I'm going to fold that in half. That's going to give me my center line. So instead of drawing it on, I'm going to use some ink, and all I'm going to do is just ink it, and that gives me my perfect little line. And then I want to come in from the top to the center. I'm going to fold it again. I'm going to fold that, and then I'm going to unfold it, and then where this line is right here, I'm going to fold it right where that other line is right there. And I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to ink it like this. And that's going to be where my line is there. Same thing on the bottom part, folding it up. Making a crease, and then I'm going to bring it up to that line, fold it again, turn it over, and then I'm going to ink that too. Just so that. So here we got where our lines are. And now, since we're doing a two signature, I want to come in, let's see, 1, 2. I want to come in to about, probably here and here. So this one is in the middle, and this one is right on the line. So it's in the middle, Is it right on the line? Okay. So those are going to be our lines that we are going to poke our holes in. So make sure the bottom is at the bottom, the top is at the top. And usually I tape these, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to show you. And what I do is I get out this is my board. Now these are what you would use in the garden as a garden pad. And I use this to put behind. It kind of cushions my pokes when I poke it through here. So I want to just kind of center that in the middle like that. And I want to take my awl and I want to poke my holes. So what I do is I hold it really firmly, make sure it's on the edge there, and I'm going to just go ahead and poke these in. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. There we go. So I poke my holes. Those are my holes. And then I usually like to come back here and reinforce it back here. Make sure it's good there. Now what I would do is I would have done my signatures first and then did this, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to set this aside. I'm going to get out my signatures, each one. I'm going to get out my stapler. Use my great big stapler. And I'm going to take, okay, this is how I label it. I put a number 1, and this is number 2. So there's number 1 and number 2. Does not matter what order this is, but we're going to go ahead with number 1. Going to open it up. So now I want to make sure everything is where I want it to be. All my pages where I want them to be. Okay, yeah, I do want that at the bottom there like that. Okay, yeah, everything looks really good. So what I do is I hold it like this, and then I put a stapler. I use my stapler, and I just put a little staple here in between where my stitching lines would be. So I just do that, and it doesn't even matter if it goes all the way through. It's just to hold it there. So, and then we are going to label this. We're going to put top, bottom. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to staple number 2. I want to check and make sure everything's even where I want it to be. Let's see, I want this. A couple more. Okay. I've already trimmed the pages so that they'll fit in here. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, looks good. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that again with this one. I'm going to staple it just to hold it in place so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. And we're going to, don't worry about that staple because we're just going to remove it after we're done. So, and this is also, this is the top and this is the bottom. All right. So now you take your little template here and you make sure that the bottom matches the bottom and the top matches the top. And you're just going to go in here and you're going to just, even if it's a little bit of space on top of here, it's okay. You can kind of even it out and make it kind of equal on both ends. And then you want to just, where the holes are, you're just going to mark it on here, just like that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And then this one also, the top and the bottom, make sure it lines up. And we're going to put that one here as well. You're going to put your holes here. Okay, it's very easy, very simple once you get using this how it is. Okay, now I want to poke my holes, and I'm going to hold it at an angle so that I could get a book and put it in there, which I've done before, but I think I'm just gonna hold it. I think it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold it, and I'm gonna poke my holes in here, kind of at an angle. Right into my little foam board here, my little gardening foam. There's that. Okay, and this one. I'm gonna hold it up again. I don't know if you can. I hope you can see this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that's how I'm gonna do this. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then, it doesn't matter which one, all right? 1 and 2. Okay, I'll set these aside. I'm gonna bring my book back here again, and I am done with that foam mat right there. I'm done with that. I don't need that anymore. And then I'm gonna grab I have my wax, what do they call this? String. And I'm going to cut 2 of these. Some big chunks that are going to be big enough to do it. And I just eyeball it. What they want you to do is to go like 3 times, you know, the thing. But I can, since I've done it so many times, I can just eyeball it really easily. It's not a big deal. But you might want to do 3 times the book if you'd like. All right, I'm going to get my needle. I'm going to get my wax thread. And I'm going to, okay, got in there. And this is which one? This is going to be the second signature. Oh, the first signature. All right, first signature. So we're going to go through the hole. And go through the front. Making sure that's the right side. Yeah. You don't know how many times I've done this upside down. More than you would imagine. And in fact, I was working on my bead journal and I did mine upside down. So then with this, you just kind of want to feel where that goes in. And sometimes it goes in really well. And other times it really, really doesn't. Like right now, this is not going to go in there smoothly. So I want to make sure that I have my holes really good again. Making sure that my holes are done. And I want to take it, put it through here. I'm going to try the other side first. Okay, that goes in right perfect there. And then I want to go all the way across to this one. Poke that in there. Okay, and then I want to go back through this hole here. I know you guys know how to do these. Most of you guys have done these before. But if you're new to it, it can be very frustrating at times, and it can be very intimidating. I remember when I first did it, I was so nervous about doing it because it just seemed to make sure those are tight. I was very nervous about it. So I take my needle out. Put that into there. Okay. I want to check to see if it feels tight. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to go and take my staple out at this point too. Because I don't want to leave it in there any longer than I have to. So I'm going to take that out. And then I'm going to tie this. Okay. I'm going to cut my strings. Okay. And now look at this, is going to be good. This is going to just go right there like that. It's going to be perfect. Okay. I'm not going to check it right now, but I just want to make sure that that's in. Okay. And then I'm going to put the other one in. Second signature goes here. So, and make sure it's on the top. Yeah, this is right. So and this one, sometimes I like to kind of clip this together so that it doesn't just move around while I'm doing this one, because sometimes it does kind of get in the way. Go and do this one. So you can see I'm putting in my big fat needle, actually like an embroidered needle. Making sure, I want to make sure these are all, yeah, it's a good idea to just kind of make sure that they're going to all work probably before you do it, which is a good idea. Now, you go through the hole, through the book, leave a little tail there. You're going to go through this hole, whatever side that you would like to do is what you would do. So pull that through. Okay. Make sure that's there. You're going to go all the way across, and you're going to go through this hole here. The next hole. You can see that, and that goes in there. I'm going to pull it there, up here, and then I'm going to put it back through the hole here. Push it right through there. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to tie this off. Make sure it's tight. I'm going to take my staple out so I don't forget it. Sometimes it's hard to get it started. This one does anyways, so. Alright, now I'm going to tie it. Make sure it's tight. Even if it kind of left a mark there, not a big deal. I'm going to cover this probably with paper anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. And cut the strings. You know, you could leave the strings long and put charms on them, but I just don't do it. I don't know why. I just don't. Alright, and then this is going to be like an envelope. It's going to fold like that. It's going to be really cute. And then you want to go back through, and you want to erase all your T's and your B's. And let's see, this is done too. So, and then I want to also go on the inside of this one and erase those as well. Alright, now we get to look at what we got. Let's see what we got. So it's a Toot signature journal. There's a lot of space here, which I like. You could put lace here or something. I really like that because it really shows the center of that. I like that, like that. So let's go ahead and see how it's looking. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a little bit higher up right here, but I don't know, it looks good enough to me. That one's in fine. I think that's going to be great. And then these are tight enough, and that's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and see how it looks. So here is the signature. This is what we did. First signature. Oh, that's perfect. That's just how I wanted that to be. It's pretty. Oh, it's like a hollyhock. And then this is that envelope in the center. Then I'm going to put some things in. Another one of those, put a pocket or something on this. Spanish Gypsy. It's a poem page. It's really the other side of that writing page. See the side of that, and this is the first signature. So here's the gap. I kind of like to use my fingernail or my bowling folder and just kind of push in. If it's sticking out a little bit, you know, like where you where the paper was, where the hole is, where you put these out. I kind of go through there and kind of do that. And I also want to erase my numbers, everything else I got on here. Okay, here's the, and that's a perfect little gap. I think it looks great. So then this is the second signature. And I like how those go there. It looks neat. I'm happy with that. Here is from the one of the pages from the kit. The book of etiquette I got in there. Some of those beautiful botanical pages. I love those. So pretty. Love it. And here's that paper. Some more of this ledger to write on from the covering pages. Digikit. Okay, and here's the inside of this, and it's gonna fold over. Thought about even putting ribbon on the side of this and having it just really pretty. I don't know. That's kind of cool because it hides the strings. So that goes there. Here's the other side of that ledger. Here's everything we'd already looked at on the opposite. I love that. Big doily. I love this nice big doily. Gift of voice. This is my book of etiquette. Gestures and manners. Inside that paper. There's that. Botanical page with my two little pages and my pink page. And look at this, is neat. There's a butterfly on here, and it says a butterfly here, so it's really cool. Really cool. So now there was an opening here, and what I would do with this, if I'm not going to use it, I'll just glue it shut. But if I am going to use it, this would be a perfect spot to put something in that you want a flip out. It'd be a perfect spot for a flip out. It look really nice. And then this is the last page, and that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. It looks really, really nice. Okay, so that is that. That is the journal. Now we will begin to do something with the centers. Like I told you before, I thought about maybe putting these in the sides. I'm not sure yet. I should be thinking about how I'm going to do it though. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to save that for another time because when you're doing this on camera like this, you really want to try to know kind of an idea of what you want to do with that. And so, let's see, that looks pretty there, I think. That looks really pretty. And then this side would look. Yeah, I don't know how was I doing this? I don't remember how I was gonna do it. Okay, that does look pretty on there like that. And that one does. That one looks really pretty. Let's see. Oh, that one's pretty. And let's see if I put this on the back page. Yes, that would look nice. There and there look really good. How much time do I got? Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I'm going to just pick it up in the next video, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for sure with those pockets. But anyway, it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. I think it's looking nice. I am going to go ahead and stop the video now, and I will see you in the next video, and I will come up with that idea of what I'm going to do with that. So, okay guys, you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you again in the next video. Okay, bye.